So hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mark DePinto, the marketing manager here at GetQuorum. I'd like to first off start by thank you all for taking the time out of your busy days to join us for the What's New at GetQuorum in 2022 webinar. I'm joined here today with GetQuorum's co-founder, Ben Zelikovic, who I'll let introduce himself.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Mark. Thank everyone for being here. Really excited to show you all what we've built and what we've got planned for the busy season coming up.
Awesome. So without further ado, let's get started. So over the past 2 years, GetQuorum's client base has expanded exponentially. And today we're joined here with individuals from various industries throughout North America, including those representing condominiums and HOAs, associations, private corporations, public corporations, and tons of other entities that require our services. And while you may be coming from different places or different industries, there is one common denominator that unifies you all, and that's the need to conduct governance meetings and the desire to either fully or partially conduct them electronically. And that's what we're here to talk about today, is how GetQuorum and our innovative solutions can help you with your next upcoming meeting. So a little bit of an introduction as far as what we're going to be walking through today. For some of you that may be meeting us for the first time, we're going to introduce who we are and what makes us different from some of the other voting platforms. Then I'm going to hand it off to Ben, and he's going to dive right into all the new and exciting features we've released into our last busy season that are going to help you with your upcoming meeting. So for those of you who may be meeting us for the first time, we are GetQuorum. We are an industry-leading provider of virtual meeting and electronic voting solutions. Headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, with a team scattered throughout North America, we've helped over 2,000 condominiums, HOAs, associations, corporations, and numerous other organizations across North America achieve quorum, pass bylaws, reduce costs, and run successful governance meetings. We're also a very proud Zoom ISV partner, and also the only electronic voting platform that is a Zoom ISV partner. And this took a comprehensive vetting of GetQuorum software, but ultimately allows us to provide a more robust, flexible, and secure meeting experience to meet the dynamic nature of our client base. And as part of our commitment to better educating and working with the individuals in the industries which we support, we are also a proud member of numerous industries, including Meeting Professionals International, the American Society of Association Executives, the Canadian Society of Association Executives, ACMO, CCI, as well as numerous CAI chapters throughout North America, including the states of Florida, Illinois, North Carolina, and many, many more. So now that you know a little bit about who we are and what we do, I just want to go over some of the expectations that you may have if we're lucky enough to be selected as your next electronic voting or virtual meeting platform for your upcoming meeting. So at GetQuorum, the core of our business is our technology. We pride ourselves in offering industry-leading innovative technology, predominantly our user-friendly all-in-one platform, which unifies the virtual meeting and electronic voting experience and provides a seamless, secure meeting experience from start to finish. We also pride ourselves in providing industry-leading support from your own personalized CSM to execute pre-campaign meeting procedures, as well as ongoing technical and voter support throughout your meeting. Our team is there every step of the way to make sure your meeting runs seamlessly from start to finish. Now, these two pillars of our business, paired with our full service approach, provide our clients with a stress-free meeting experience, which we really pride ourselves on. And earlier this year, we made a conscious decision based on the demand of our clients and seeing more and more of our clients leverage technology for all their governance meetings to excitingly transition to an unlimited meeting model. Now, what that means is that for those of you that may have used this in the past and may be familiar with our per meeting pricing structure, we made the conscious decision to transition to an unlimited meeting plan, which allows you to leverage our technology for all your meetings with no limitations throughout the year for very much the similar cost of what you may have paid for a meeting last year, which Ben will talk on a little bit later in the presentation and what you can expect as a GetQuorum client. And without further ado, that's enough of me for now. I'm going to hand it off to Ben to talk all about the new and exciting features we have for you here at GetQuorum for this busy season.
Thanks, Mark, and hi, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. Really excited to show you all what we've built and what we're planning. As you probably can imagine, GetQuorum, particularly myself and JJ and our engineering team, we obsess over governance meetings and what we can do to make them better. So before we get into the specifics of what we built, we wanted to touch upon our guiding principles, or the philosophy that we use to determine what and when to build stuff. Much of our inspiration comes from our client feedback. Usually our client feedback is even delivered to us constructively. All kidding aside, we survey all of our clients post-meeting to ensure that we're capturing as much feedback as possible. And from there, this is the approach that we use when we're deciding what to build and when. So the overall goal is we want to build a product that our clients, our users, and voters will love. For meeting facilitators, we're striving for easy setup, streamlined approvals, and ease of use. We are deliberately not pushing our clients towards self-service. Rather, we are enabling our clients to access data as needed and enabling certain functionalities to them. Our clients, time over time, have been clear that they want our service, but they also want to be able to do certain things on their own without waiting for us. Think about reissuing meeting invites, updating email addresses for voters and contact information, stuff like that. Then you've got our goals for voters. We want to standardize the experience and improve accessibility. All voters should have a straightforward and easy way to participate in the meeting and access and a seamless access and experience across all of our platforms. So whether a voter is using a desktop or laptop, a mobile device, or whether they're sitting in the actual meeting room themselves, everything should be seamless. We are trending towards replacing paper proxies, paper balloting, and manual tabulation with electronic advanced voting and in-meeting electronic voting with near instantaneous electronic tabulation. And then finally, our goal as a business is to support meetings of all formats, be it in-person, hybrid, or virtual only. So the first big change that we're going to get into is a little bit more on the service side. Mark alluded to it. Those of you that have worked with us previously, but maybe not yet this year, you may recall that we used to have a per meeting structure or pricing. That has changed now with a growing number of clients. And an interesting and fun fact, on average, our clients use us about 1.4 times per year. So what we are doing is we have made a conscious decision to transition to an unlimited subscription model. That means that when you have signed up with us, you get to host your AGM, maybe you need to have an SGM, maybe you're doing a town hall. And as we'll discuss momentarily, we've also rolled out virtual board meetings, and all of this is included in the same fee you've been paying in previous years. So that package is called Virtual Meetings Pro. It's the unlimited package where all of our new features are included, and we're going to cover off some of the more exciting ones that we've developed right now. All right, so that was service, but let's really now focus on the technology. This is what we pride ourselves on. So the first new piece of technology that we built is our voter registration system. Now, we built this because a common barrier to entry for prospective clients is not having email addresses for your voters. So our voter registration system is the solution to that. The way it works is very simple. During the initial notice of meeting, ideally done at the preliminary notice of meeting, which is before the formal package goes out, GetQuorum will generate and assign a unique control number to each voter. We will then either email a cover letter, and you can see a sample of that cover letter on your screen. We will email the cover letter, we will hard copy mail the cover letter with the unique control number to each voter. Or for our clients that wish to do their own printing and mailing, we will provide you with the cover letters and you will put them in the mail to your voters. Either way, the end result is that the voter will receive a unique control number. They simply visit the URL on the cover letter, input their control number, and a few moments later, submit their email address. Once this is done, our clients now have more email addresses than they did before, which is always a good thing. As well, they have a larger pool of voters that are ready to participate electronically in their upcoming AGM. And we all know here the value of having email addresses on file for your voters over the lifetime of that voter being with your community, and that you're able to consistently communicate with them electronically. So that is a great value to add the ability to capture email addresses, build your database, and have everybody participate electronically. Next, our integrated meeting portal. We're really proud of this one in particular. So the integrated portal represents a big innovative advancement to our platform. And this is only possible because of the Zoom partnership. You need certain access to their technology. So doing this without the partnership is a technical impossibility. So we're quite proud of it. So the problem that this feature addresses and focuses on is the voting period specifically during the meeting. So think of the integrated portal as a Zoom webinar or meeting with GetQuorum wrapped around it. This means a few things for the attendees and for the meeting facilitators. I'm going to show you how it works momentarily, but essentially, once a voter has accessed our integrated portal, they are automatically registered to the meeting. They are automatically renamed with a unique identifier assigned to them. Think about a unique membership ID or a unit number or address appended next to their name, so everyone is clear exactly who's here. From there, once the voter has registered, they can see, do they have a proxy on file? They can see what selections or what votes they have included on that proxy. They are then given the opportunity to revoke the proxy in order to vote live, or leave the proxy on file and simply listen and watch the meeting. The real magic, though, happens when it's time to vote. Formerly, as is the case with every other voting platform not named GetQuorum, when the voting period would start, voters would be instructed to, okay, go into your email, minimize the Zoom meeting, go into your email, open a new browser. And as you can imagine, there is a non-insignificant number of voters that found this to be confusing. So with our integrated portal, once you join the meeting, you're in, you're done. You don't need to look back inside for an email during the voting period. All of the voting matters will pop up directly on your browser, exactly as if it were a Zoom poll. Of course, it's not Zoom doing the polling, it's GetQuorum's voting platform, which of course is directly linked to advanced voting, electronic proxies, or any other form of voting that's being utilized. The result, we think, is painless, quick and efficient voting periods with a drastic reduction in support issues. And so just to give you an insight into how we look at things, we try and track the number of support issues that pop up on a nightly basis, and we look very closely at what we can do to make it more seamless. So that's what the integrated voting portal does. Let's have a quick look at it, shall we? So I'll kind of narrate you through this here. So the voter receives an email into their inbox, giving them the ability to either submit a proxy or join the meeting. They also receive that invite right before the meeting to join. And once they click, they are in. They cruise through a landing page, and then they are in a web browser that has Zoom embedded into it with GetQuorum wrapped around it. So they select their audio options and join in exactly the same fashion as you would a normal Zoom meeting. And you will watch the meeting as if you were on Zoom normally, except when the voting pops up, as you can see on your screen now, you don't have to dig through your email, open another browser. It's right on your screen. So there are no delays. And the voter is able to very quickly and efficiently submit their ballot. Not sure why I ended up on the list with Simpsons characters, but there you have it. When hopefully you'll agree that voting through this method is incredibly quick and easy. And again, this integrated voting portal, this one is designed for voters using desktop. So your computer at home, your laptop, or your desktop, this is where it's the better experience. You've got something for mobile. Bear with us and we'll get to it. Okay, so let's move away from the voting experience and let's shift gears a little bit towards another functionality that we're really excited about. And what we were getting a lot of requests for, particularly at the height of the pandemic, was for our platform to be used for virtual board meetings. And so that's why earlier this year, we launched our virtual board meeting solution. It is included with all of our Virtual Meeting Pro subscriptions. So if you've hosted a virtual meeting with us recently, you're able to access this platform, the virtual board meeting feature with your subscription. Just got to let us know if you're interested in trying it and we'll enable it for you. Otherwise, all of our customers will receive an email in the coming weeks when when this is available for general release in a couple of weeks. But for now, we're really looking for customers to tell us how much they love it, or maybe you hate it. You know, we don't know. We'd love to hear from you. So let's have a quick look at how this works, shall we? So you access the voting platform through the GetQuorum, through your GetQuorum login. And once you're in there, you'll see all your past meetings, all the data that you should have access to, but you'll also see now an orange button that allows you to schedule a new meeting. From there, there's a pretty straightforward setup wizard that allows you to set your date and the time of the meeting, which is pretty straightforward stuff. All right. You'll see now that you're scheduling your self-scheduling virtual board meetings. In the future, you'll be able to self-schedule AGMs. You can indicate to GetQuorum if you'd like us to do digital minutes for your meeting. And once all of that has been set up, your meeting has been created. From there, you hop into your dashboard after the virtual board meeting has been created. And you only have to do this part once. Add in all your board members. You key in their email addresses and their names. What happens when you work with millennials is that we use examples like Harry Potter, which, by the way, I enjoy. So once you've added in all your board members, with a simple click of the button, you invite all of them. And the best part is GetQuorum will track whether or not they have RSVP'd and whether they're going to be coming to the meeting. From there are jurisdictions and clients that we work with that have to broadcast their meeting to their membership. As a former board member, I can't fathom having to do this, but it is a legal requirement with many of our clients. I guess that means that the board members really have to behave themselves during that board meeting. But for clients that need to share with their ownership group, they're able to do so. We have a section where you're able to upload meeting documents, so your financial statements, anything else that needs to be shared, as well as a private section if they're in-camera minutes or things that aren't to be shared with everybody. Then you're able to set up any voting matters that you are aware of before the meeting. We'll do a very simple example of voting on color. So whoever is responsible for setting this up is able to configure the voting matters for the board meeting. And you'll see there was a little toggle that says who is eligible to vote. And for this one, it's just board members. And down the road, we see being able to pull both board members and anyone watching. From there, your meeting is all set. You simply hit the start meeting button when you're within 90-minute window of the meeting, and you're all done. So this is the virtual board meeting product. It is out and in the wild. We continue to look for more and more customers to use it, and there will be a general availability release in the coming weeks. So if you'd like to use it, please reach out to us and we'll turn it on for you, as we really would love and appreciate your feedback. Okay, next, we're headed back to the meeting, only now the technology that we're looking at really is going to start to focus on hybrid meetings. And we're particularly excited about our new app. We got it into the iOS store. We got it through the Android store. And so we believe that this is a huge step forward in supporting hybrid meetings, and we've called it the registration desk. So hybrid meetings, they've been a hot topic of discussion for many months, but it wasn't until we had a critical mass of meetings that we supported that we were able to identify and pinpoint the specific pain points that needed to be addressed. So audio visual, that's one whole thing, but the single biggest challenge other than that for the meeting facilitation is unifying voting across virtual and in-person attendees and ensuring that any proxy or advanced voting is respected. So previously, we would rely upon someone on site to register everybody, maybe email us a list of those people that are in attendance, and then GetQuorum would frantically behind the scenes click into our database to make sure that there's no duplicate voting. Now, the registration app is installed on a mobile device, your phone, your tablet, by our on-site point of contact, and each voter is registered using this app. The app will tell you if a voter that is checking in with you in person has a proxy on file. It will allow the voter on the spot to decide, would you like to revoke this proxy and vote live, or do you want to leave it on file? From there, there are voters that are voting live at the meeting. Our clients can indicate that the voter will be using a paper ballot, or we are now encouraging our clients, instead of using paper ballots, to issue an electronic ballot to the voter on the spot. Maybe though, when the voter comes in, they're telling you that the email address that you have on file is wrong and needs to be updated. No problem. The registration app allows you to quickly and efficiently check in every voter with every possible permutation of what they might want to do. And then once you have done checking everybody in, our registration app automatically updates in real time and gives you attendance. Did you get quorum? Probably. So let's call the meeting to order and get down to business. So let's give you a quick look at how this works. And I promise even the most basic of mobile device users can handle this. At least we hope. All right, so you're logging into the registration app on your phone or device, going into My Meetings, and the first thing you're going to see is your overall attendance. How many people are here in proxy and in person? From there, you're going to go into the check-in tab, and you've got all your voters listed. And the first thing that we're going to do is I think we're going to check in a voter named Mark. So we'll search for Mark, or you can search by unit number or unique identifier. And once we've found Mark, our system is going to say, oh, there are 2 owners in this unit, or there are 2 voters associated with this file. There's a proxy on file. Are you keeping it, or are you voting live? This voter wanted to keep it and not vote live. Let's do another example. We're going to check in a voter named Hudson. Let's go, Hudson. All right, Hudson has no proxy on file, and per our recommendation, Hudson is going to be issued an electronic ballot on the spot. So once you go through this process at your registration desk at the front of your meeting, you're going to have an updated attendance in real time, able to say to your chairperson, registration is done, GetQuorum is ready, we are ready, let's get this meeting started. So we're really excited by this technological advancement and looking forward to more and more feedback. All right, so those are the new functionalities. These are out and in the wild. So I got to give a major props to our product development team for all their hard work, but also to our clients who have generously helped test and give us feedback on ways that we can make things better. So before we go, promise will be just another couple minutes here. We wanted to give you a tease of what we're looking at releasing for our late October and November meetings. So the first thing that we're rolling out, and it's being tested right now with certain clients, is our approval management system. And so on the short list of things that upset our clients, and yes, we do pay attention to what upsets our clients, from our is delays. Delays are very upsetting to everybody. And so from GetQuorum's perspective, we have almost no room for error, as a mistake can compromise the integrity of a meeting. So what we need to do before we can set your campaign in action is to have an approval. We need you to sign off on the communications, deadlines, voting matters, nominated candidates, and a variety of other issues prior to launching a campaign. So previously, the system we used was, well, it was email. And so we would send you this email asking you for approval, and then we would sit there waiting. And we're not sure, maybe some of our clients read it, some of them didn't. And frankly, I don't blame you. You're busy, you've got all kinds of other priorities on the go. And the email was kind of long and it was not consolidated. So what we have built is a succinct approval system that allows our client to see the details of their meeting. You can see a screenshot of it here with everything laid out nicely. And once you click approve, the campaign launches immediately. What used to happen was you would respond to our email and say approve, and that email would go into the bottom of a queue that our team would be working through as feverishly as they could. All to say, these are all delays that are going to be eliminated and will be streamlined using the approval management system. Next are the first of 2 more enhancements designed to improve the efficiency of voting periods with a specific goal of hybrid and in-person meetings. And so this is our attendee app. So this is designed for the voters. And to be clear, you can use GetQuorum to vote in meeting currently. The voters would be using our mobile web responsive website. However, everybody knows apps are just better. They're more efficient, and the technology allows you to build, frankly, cooler functionalities. So the attendee app, which is again only possible due to our Zoom ISV partnership, will give mobile voters a seamless voting experience. So much like our integrated portal does for desktop and laptop users, this application is intended for all forms of voting, for bring your own device voting. And so I think this is probably a new concept you're going to be hearing us a lot talk about, is that if you're going to be doing live voting at a meeting, people need a device to do it. BYOD, bring your own device. We believe that that is will represent the largest group of voters that are voting at in-person meetings. And so much like our integrated portal, voters will be able to see previously submitted proxies, decide whether to revoke or not. But the goal here is the same. Mobile voters should be able to watch and listen to the meeting without going in and out of their inboxes, opening and closing browsers. Everything is right on the app. And this is really exciting. And we look forward to releasing it in the coming weeks. And then hot on the tail of the attendee app is kiosk voting. And this is the last piece of the puzzle from a development perspective. We talked about our guiding principles and our development philosophy. Well, this is the last piece that we think is needed to support in-meeting electronic voting. In the future, our vision is that the vast majority of people will be voting using bring your own device. Because after all, who doesn't have a mobile device these days? And the answer to that rhetorical question is that even the one person that doesn't have a mobile device needs to be accommodated. And so the alternative to the one individual or several individuals that may not have a mobile device, if you don't have a technical solution for them, is to use a paper ballot. And we have all kinds of concerns with the security and integrity of elections where the vast majority of people are voting electronically and then a tiny portion are voting on paper. So kiosk voting can be done by anybody that does not have a smart device. It would be incumbent upon our clients to provide a tablet, a laptop, some internet-enabled device. Simply have our registration system up and on your app. We talked about the control number earlier on in the meeting, that when GetQuorum registers all your voters, everyone gets a control number. So the way that the kiosk voting will work is when the voter is being registered at the registration desk, they will tell you, you'll be asking, are you voting live today? Or you have a proxy? And if they say I'm voting live, you'll say, great, we're going to send you a ballot. And they might say, well, I don't have a device. And your answer to that as the meeting facilitator is, well, here is your 9 or 10-digit control number, write this down. And that voter will take the control number to the kiosk during the voting period, key in their unique control number, and then all of a sudden they're able to participate electronically. And the beauty of this is when everybody votes electronically, there are no stragglers, there's no pool of voters that have been participating outside of our ecosystem. And just like that, once we're ready with this, we believe that paper ballots will be a thing of the past. So that's it, folks. Really happy that you came to be here. We clocked in at just under half an hour, so really happy that we can get this all done for you. And at this point, we'd like to open up any questions. Mark, what do we got?
Yeah, so we got a few coming in, a few about minute taking. So first question then is, for any meeting, whether it's an AGM, board meeting, town hall, any of the meetings that we serve, will we take care of minutes, and is price included with the service?
So digital minute taking is an optional add-on to our service. And so the digital minutes, you've got two choices. Is one, GetQuorum can provide a recording of your meeting to our minute taking services. We are partnered with a very reputable minute taking platform called Minutes Solutions. So if you guys are familiar with them and the quality of their work, then what GetQuorum will do is send our recording, the recording of your meeting to Minutes Solutions. They will provide the minutes, and then that will in turn be re-uploaded into your GetQuorum account. And then it works the same way for AGMs as it would for board minutes. So the service does not, it can include that. You just have to let us know at the time that you're setting up your meeting if you'd like us to bundle that in for you.
All right, awesome. And another question about minutes, in particular, the digital minutes, in regards to what format they'll be presented in for virtual board meetings.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So virtual board meetings, I think that, and I am not a lawyer, and this does not constitute legal advice, but there seems to be two camps. Those that believe that board meetings should never be recorded, in which case digital minutes simply means that your minute taker would be invited to attend your virtual board meeting. You would not record the meeting, and the minute taker would benefit from not having to travel. Presumably you're getting a reduction in rate, because of their travel time is not being included, and you'll be provided with minutes in a PDF format as you would otherwise. For boards that are okay with board meetings being recorded, GetQuorum can retroactively provide the recording of your meeting to the minute taker. When they are done, they will upload the minutes back into your platform, and you're able to store it there and distribute if and when needed.
Awesome. Now, a question coming in about the new voting app. So for attendees joining a live or virtual meeting, will they be required to download the app, or could they still use the desktop version of our voting solution?
That's a great question. So we would not obligate anybody to do anything with respect to what they might want to download. We would gently recommend that if you're on a mobile device, the optimum experience would be through the app. But as I've said, if you have a mobile phone and you want to vote live and you do not want to install anything, what would end up happening is you would have a mobile web browser that looks just like the desktop or laptop. But for reasons that only Apple and Samsung and the phone manufacturers can give to you, the experience is much more optimal on the mobile device. So our recommendation would be mobile, but no one needs to install anything.
Awesome. And just another question that was answered a little bit earlier for everyone's information. Everyone on this webinar here today will receive a recording of the full webinar, and it will also be available on our website for you to share with your team. But just looking at the Q&A chat, Ben, I think that's all we have for today. And of course, everyone on this call is more than welcome to reach out to us at contact@GetQuorum or give us a call. And our team will be more than happy to answer any questions you have, provide you with a demo, and of course, help you with your next meeting. So with that said, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today, taking the time out of your busy days to learn more about us and what we could do to help you with your next meeting, and look forward to working with you guys all in the future.